some people are benefiting from this criminality. They may also be planning because they know that they are losing the election already. You know, during 2023 election, some people plan and already brought criminal elements to Nigeria in anticipation that they are going to lose election and that Jonathan will not. No, that was 2015. That Jonathan will not, 2019 I mean to say, will not leave government. But we thank God he left voluntarily. That was 2015. Yeah. Those same people, Mr. President, they are aware that Nigerians, they are now realizing that the good work that President Tinubu is doing and that their plan to stop him, they are not going to succeed. I guess they are resorting into violence. They are resorting into causing mayhem. And we got to move fast and stop them. Karimi, Sunday Steve. I represent the people of Kogi West. Mr. President, my colleagues, I want to thank the leader, the deputy leader for bringing this motion. The axis bordering Kwara South Senatorial District, Kogi West, and Niger State has become the axis of evil for these criminal elements. Mr. President, in the last 6 months, our people have been under attacks every day. Kidnapping, killing, and looting. In fact, a part of my senatorial district, every part of my senatorial district, all local governments in my senatorial district has been attacked by these people. And they even took over some communities. In fact, one of the commissioners that traveled with my governor to the affected area called me yesterday and said, you know they have taken over these communities. They did not only take over, our people fled from those communities and they came, broke down their homes and took over their homes. That is the situation we find ourselves. Mr. President, one of those guys that was kidnapped and was with the bandit for months, when he was released, he made a statement. It's all over the social media. That the leaders, one of the leaders of the bandits said, your senator, Sen Karimi, he built barrack for soldiers to attack us. Yes, I built barracks, which I financed privately. It cost me a lot of money, just to ensure security of that environment. They said, go and tell him, with his barrack and his soldiers, we are waiting and looking for them, that we have generals in the field here. Mr. President, we've got to do something about it. Yes, the federal government is trying. They are planning to set up the forest guard. It's a noble move. But we need to do something urgently. Some people are benefiting from this criminality. They may also be planning because they know that they are losing the election already. You know, during 2023 election, some people plan and already brought criminal elements to Nigeria in anticipation that they are going to lose election and that Jonathan will not. No, that was 2015. That Jonathan will not, 2019 I mean to say, will not leave government. But we thank God he left voluntarily. That was 2015. Yeah. Those same people, Mr. President, they are aware that Nigerians, they are now realizing that the good work that President Tinubu is doing, and that their plan to stop him, they are not going to succeed. I guess they are resorting into violence, they are resorting into causing mayhem, and we got to move fast and stop them, because they are definitely going to do the election, and we will not allow them to bring this country down because of their selfish ambition. Our people are suffering, and we got to do something promptly. Thank you, sir.
Especially by the senatorial district of my brother, Senator Karimi. And like I said, this matter becomes very urgent because of the fear that if we don't take very urgent action on this, it will definitely spread to other southern senatorial districts. In fact, I was discussing with Senator Fadansi on the sideline yesterday, and he has started that they have started seeing the sign of this issue in their own senatorial district too. So that's why I find it very necessary to bring it to the notice of Senate so that we can quickly do something about it. The local government in my senatorial district that is mostly affected is one of the biggest local government in the country. And I have the feeling that with much urgency, something must be done, and it must be done very quickly. With my permission, sir, I will briefly go through the urgent need to address insecurity in Kwara South Senatorial District and beyond, and particularly in the federal local government area. Call for immediate and comprehensive federal intervention. The Senate notes with grave concern the escalating insecurity in Kwara South Senatorial District, especially in the federal local government area, where bandits' attacks, kidnappings, and killing have reached alarming levels in recent weeks, forcing thousands of residents to flee their communities. And I will want the Senate to take note that most of these people who are fleeing, straight away, they are going to Lagos to congest Lagos. And if you are not very careful, this thing will quickly snowball in Lagos State. Further notes that within the last month, no fewer than 12 foreign guards and local vigilante members were killed in an ambush by armed bandits in Okeode, including a traditional ruler, Bale of Ogba Ayo community, and several other traditional and community leaders were among those slain in separate incidents in Babanda, Shagbe, Uruago, Gamu Aleri, in the Feludun local government, Isin local government, Ekiti local government, and Okeoro local government. Concerned that at least 142 persons have been kidnapped and over 70 killed in the last 12 months across Kwara South, with no fewer than 25 communities deserted due to recurring attacks, leading to severe human displacement and disruption of social and economic life. Farms have been abandoned, roads have become unsafe, local economies are completely paralyzed, and schools have closed. thereby worsening poverty and increasing youth vulnerability to crime. Aware that these attacks are likely perpetrated by foreign armed elements in collaboration with local informants operating from forest adults along Kwara, Kogi State, and Ekiti State boundary axis. While the federal government and security agencies have made some interventions, including sporadic patrols and raids, the responses remain episodic, inadequate, and reactive, leaving vast of ungoverned spaces under the control of the criminal gangs. Disturbed that local security volunteers and vigilantes who serve as first responders in most cases lack adequate equipment, mobility, protection, or insurance, yet continue to sacrifice their lives in defense of their communities. Recognizes that sustaining security in Kwara South, if not urgently addressed, may spread to other parts of North Central states and Southwest political zones, thereby threatening national stability. The Senate therefore resolved to urge the federal government to establish a permanent military base in Kwara South Senatorial District near the forest belt of fellow local government as rapid response up, and mandate the Chief of Defense Staff, Inspector General of Police to deploy additional troops and special units to clear the forest and return normalcy in the affected communities. Call on NEMA to immediately provide humanitarian relief to displaced persons in the Fellow and other affected local government area, and urge the federal government to compensate families of fallen forest guards and vigilantes who died defending their communities. Direct relevant security agencies to identify and prosecute local collaborators aiding bandits' operation in Kwara South and beyond. Mandate the Senate Committee on Defense, Police Affairs, and National Security and Intelligence to undertake on-the-spot assessment of affected areas and report back within 2 weeks. And mandate the Senate to invite the Minister of Defense, Chief of Army Staff, and Inspector General of Police to brief the Senate in plenary on the coordinated federal response to insecurity in Kwara South. Lastly, sir, observe 1 minute of silence in honor of forest guards, vigilantes, traditional leaders, and innocent citizens who lost their life to bandit attacks in Kwara South Senatorial District and Kogi State. Thank you, Mr. President.
Well, the